The argument that says that homosexuality is a threat to children could mean a number of different things. One thing it might mean is that as homosexuality becomes more visible, children will be more likely to grow up gay and lesbian. Now, first of all, there's absolutely no evidence for this. But even so, the argument is entirely circular. So then there's the other version of the argument that says it's a threat to children because homosexual people, and particularly gay men, are more likely to be pedophiles. Now again, the evidence does not bear this out. This claim is just false. But also I want you to think about this. Whenever a heterosexual person does something terrible, molests a child, rapes a woman, commits some horrible crime, we don't think of this as reflecting on all heterosexual people. So then people sometimes move away from the children argument a little bit and say, yes, but this is a threat to the family. I go around the country debating same-sex marriage. I've heard this argument many times, and I must admit to you, there's a part of it that I just don't quite get. Do we think that if we support gay and lesbian people in their relationships, that heterosexual people will stop having relationships and all go gay? This seems implausible. Heterosexual people will continue to have relationships, and that's a good thing, and we can support that while recognizing that it's not for everyone. Okay, I want to move to the fourth and final argument that I'm going to look at this evening, the argument that homosexuality is wrong because it's unnatural. Now, this could mean a lot of different things. What is unnatural? I mean, clothing is unnatural in some sense. Buildings are unnatural in some sense. But we're not doing this naked and outside. Be thankful. So what do we mean when we say that homosexuality is unnatural? And also, why does that matter, right? You know, unnatural, so what? So we need to specify some morally relevant sense of unnatural. Let me look at a few different things that people might mean when they say this. One thing they might mean is that most people don't do that. It's statistically abnormal. Well, that's true. Most people don't engage in homosexual relationships. Then again, most people don't play the mandolin, most people don't pilot planes, most people don't read Sanskrit. I mean, the fact that most people don't do something doesn't make it wrong. So that doesn't seem to be morally relevant. You know what other scientific debate is not going to answer the moral argument for us? That whole nature-nurture debate. You know what I'm talking about? Back when I started doing this, there was a lot of research going on about the hypothalamus of the brain and so on, and we used to hear this argument. And it seemed right away that there were two camps that formed. One side says, I was born this way, therefore it's natural, therefore it's okay. And the other side says, no, it's a choice, therefore it's unnatural, therefore it's wrong. I think those are both really lousy arguments, both of them. Frankly, I think that when people say that homosexuality is unnatural, it's really kind of a fancy dressed-up way of saying, it's gross, it bothers me, it's icky. And I have no doubt that a lot of people feel that way about homosexuality. Maybe you're one of those people, and that's okay. A lot of us have feelings. A lot of things might gross you out. I think a big part of the solution is for straight people to actually get to know gay and lesbian people, because only then do we come to realize that we have many of the same hopes and dreams, fears and challenges as everyone else. So much of what I've said tonight is based upon my moral convictions. Convictions about fairness, convictions about justice. I think the way gay and lesbian people are treated in our society is wrong. Not just irrational, but morally wrong. I think there's something perverted about the fact that we hate people because of whom they love. We do violence against people because of the affection that exists in their lives. That's terrible, and I want it to stop, but that takes moral conviction. You see, morality has a point. It's about enabling us to flourish as human beings in a society where other people are trying to do the same thing. And that's everybody's concern. Conservative or liberal, red state or blue state, all of us have a responsibility to stand up for morality.